live. Give me a thumbs up if I'm live. Okay, yep. I should be live. I'm trying to get on my stream. Welcome, Andy. We had a great conversation last week. Hey! Welcome, everybody. Welcome to it. Yes, this is you, Seth. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of Friday the LT9K. I'm your host, Looney Tunes 9000. What a very long show they had today. Everybody, do me a favor and please hit that like, share, and subscribe if you want more of my live streams. And as always, thank you for coming by. Welcome in. Welcome to my mods. Thank you so much. Please remember, turn chat off, damn it. Let's see, I see John Ross, I see Johnny Too Late FTV Joker, I see Annie Fitzgerald, who I talked with last week, I see Wanda M, hey there you, and I see Seth Evans, yes that's you, and yeah, that's completely it. Oh, Donald J says, yes, I see you. Yeah, you did refresh, so, I did start, let me see if I can pull the comments up. Okay. There we go. All right. Welcome, welcome. So everybody knows today is the 20-year anniversary of Katrina. And yes, I live in New Orleans. So, as everybody knows, the levees toppled and flooded the city here in New Orleans back in '05, which is what the devastating photos and videos were. That was what everyone saw on either local news or CNN or whatever the major media outlets were back in '05. And everyone saw the people dying in the heat and in the Superdome. And once they got out of the Superdome, which smelled like shit, for those who stayed. Oh, really? Is there a Netflix documentary on there? I gotta check that out. I don't have a Netflix subscription, but I gotta figure out how I can watch that. Thank you for telling me. But anyway, once they got out of the Superdome, they were sitting on the fucking highway. Oh, cool. Let me check that out later. But anyway, so there was more news footage the next day. People sitting on the highway, on the interstate, waiting for buses. And on that day it was hot as hell. It was another summer day here in New Orleans. The temperature, if I remember, was in the 90s. And people were hungry, starving, and dying. And they were waiting for buses to get to Houston, where they would take shelter in the Astrodome. And that was another bit of news footage you would see in '05. And I know, it's tough. For me living in New Orleans. And it's a sad time because we were living through a hard time because once we heard those evacuation orders from the, do you? Oh, yeah, because you might have watched the CNN or anybody from the court of Minda back then. Um, yeah, the mayor back then was Ray Nagin. He said that it's time to go. It was time to go. He gave an official evacuation. He told everybody to get out. And that's what I did. Get out. Get out of town. I was told to pack up. And we were going to my family's house in Baton Rouge, my cousin's house in Baton Rouge. So I stayed there, and we had some effects of Katrina there. We did kind of lose some power for like 2 days. And then we got the power back, but just a few branches down. But unfortunately, I didn't go home till like Christmas 2005. So basically, there was this big fight. It's not, I can't remember because I was 9 going on 10 when Katrina happened. And basically, Katrina came right at Labor Day weekend of 2005. And basically, it would have been the time that school children would have been out. And so after this big old argument with my dad and my uncle, my aunt said, everybody has to go somewhere for the Labor Day weekend. And so my brothers, my sister, and I, my mother all went to Houston for about 2 times, staying with my other aunt and my uncle. Then we went to San Antonio next, stayed there. Then we went back to Houston for the second time. And then we stayed in Baton Rouge again. And then, of course, we lived in this little town called Walker, Louisiana. And we stayed there for a few months. And we didn't go home till at least Christmas, after Christmas 2005. But before I officially went home, I saw my old station wagon, the Buick station wagon, flooded with water, with duct tape covered up so the flood water would not get out on the street. And my basement, underlying basement, also flooded. And yeah, so the station wagon I had that flooded was not going to survive. So it was sold. Got a Tahoe for it. And yeah, we had trees down. And yeah, like I said, after that, I went home Christmas 2005. It was just hard for me to go home. After like almost 4 months. 4 months. Because the time I went home, I was 10 years old. Like during Katrina, I was 9 going on 10. I'm a 90s kid, like I told y'all. Sorry, this damn thing's gonna fall. But yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a long time, and it's a very long time. It's 20 years ago. And let me say this: George W. Bush, remember him as president? The longest served from 2001 to 2008. yeah, the levees are secure now. But as long as they hold up, they are basically safe from New Orleans ever flooding again, or the levees ever overtopping and break the shit out of themselves again. But what I'm trying to say is, if you remember George W. Bush, what I am saying is, if you remember, he was president from 2001 to 2008 when Obama or Obama was elected. George W. Bush didn't do shit. All he wanted to do was go to his little ranch in Texas. He probably said, fuck it. Let him suffer in the heat. Let him die. I don't give a shit. Let him die in the heat. You know? Oh, let's just give them FEMA trailers. Let them get FEMA trailers so they can stay in there. You know, because we don't give a shit. My administration doesn't give a shit. And yeah, so there are houses in this town. Some houses still exist in this town. Oh yeah, the flyover. Yeah, so basically the flyover, when you saw the aftermath, was from a local station, a local CBS affiliate, was covering the storm like before and after. They were the only station to stay on the fucking air. And they had a backup studio. They have a backup studio in the case we have a major hurricane and they had to relocate from their studios to go to something called Louisiana Public Broadcasting. That's the statewide PBS network. Although PBS is now fucked thanks to Trump. So that's where they go. In the event we have another major hurricane like Katrina. And last year, if you remember, I was out. I couldn't mod because of Francine. I remember that last year. Because I told y'all if you were in Left Past 10 or the stairs, I told y'all, I gave y'all updates last year. I know, I'm sorry. This is a very hard topic. And it's very upsetting. Every year, we do this. And it's just hard. It's hard for me. It's hard for my hometown. And we're still recovering. We're recovering from this monstrous hurricane. And all the other hurricanes in the past, too. Like Ida and Francine. But it's so important to understand that a response from FEMA for natural disasters is so important. But now, with the Trump administration and Kristi Noem, they will not give a fuck. They will absolutely not give a fuck if they are dying. Take a look at the Texas floods from this year, for example. What the fuck did Kristi Noem do? Nothing. What the fuck did Trump do? Nothing. Let the little girls from that little camp die. And what did Greg Abbott do? Oh, provide thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers don't work. Only action does. Thoughts and prayers is useless. You must take action. Of course they want to destroy FEMA. Fuck Kristi Noem. Fuck Trump. This is why Doge completely fucked up FEMA. Unfortunately, the Gulf Coast is vulnerable to climate change, and it is, of course, you are right, Wanda. You are right. We are very much vulnerable to climate change, and we are very much vulnerable to coastal flooding and being inundated with flooding that's coming from the Gulf of Mexico, not Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico. It is always to be known as Gulf of Mexico, not fucking Gulf of America. Fuck that. You clearly understand my frustration of why the hell they changed the name. Gulf of flooding all our asses. Thank you, Seth. Thank you so much. You made my day. But I wanna actually play something. I know these are so long. I am not playing Fox Weather. I am not playing Fox News. Fuck them. I'm only sharing local coverage, and that's it. Yo, Hermit, welcome in. Sorry, no, that's okay, reference. Welcome in. I'm just talking about Katrina today. There will be mass migration due to climate disasters. Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm trying to find something, the clip from local news coverage. I actually want to actually play a local clip, not something from the national networks. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, I want to play a few little seconds of this clip from the CBS affiliate here in New Orleans, WWL-TV. Again, they were on the air 24/7. No shit about it. I don't know if I'm going to play 60 minutes on this clip of their first report on Hurricane Katrina. If you want me to, I'll do it. But again, CBS is CBS because of fucking Paramount. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. They're going to take my ass down if I do that. But I'm just going to play this one local news clip. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear. Give me a thumbs up. Anybody can hear? Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Let me turn the camera.
Voluntary and mandatory, they're basically synonymous. It's a voluntary right now, but the word is out that at least start making those preparations to leave town.
That's right. Let's check in with Carl Arredondo now in the Weather Center. Carl, what can you tell us about Katrina now?
Well, Katrina is still gaining strength out in the Gulf of Mexico. We're waiting for a new advisory with a new position and see if there's any change in strength and movement. That comes out at about 1 o'clock. But first, let's show you the hurricane warnings. Hurricane force conditions are expected within 24 hours from Morgan City over towards the Mississippi, Alabama state line. Now, as you look at the satellite photograph, we've seen more and more of the...
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that was a big fucking monster hurricane, if you remember that. Oh, you do remember? What station were you watching, Donald? But again, look at the size of this, if you remember. That was a fucking big monster hurricane. It left Miami, if you remember. I don't know if it hit Miami, if I'm mistaken. But then, all of a sudden, it goes up here, like into my area.
becoming more apparent there, and so that's an indication that this thing is gaining strength and probably on the verge of becoming a category 4 hurricane as it continues to move on towards the west-northwest. Another vantage point, and you can kind of see the spiraling taking place. This thing is definitely getting better organized as we've seen hurricane development over the past several years, and in my time of watching hurricanes, this is definitely an organizing system getting better organized. And
No, you were watching the Weather Channel. Oh, okay. I see. You probably might know. Basically, when the Weather Channel was not fucking overhyped about the hurricanes or storms or whatever might you, and was not fucking corporate owned.
Strengthening as it continues to move towards the northwest. Now, as far as what we're talking about, as far as the upper level winds, we've seen the front starting to come down, the upper level trough coming down, and so why you see these fast winds up here and thunderstorm developing with the trough coming on in. So we're going to start to see some of these winds across northern Louisiana.
Yeah, so what he said was there was a front over there, but again, if you look at the color of that hurricane, like they were showing them and the viewers at like 12:10 in the morning. It's like, oh my God, could these people actually sleep? But again, that was a monster. Back when Kanye was like still not likely insane, pretty clearly, but not obviously an actual just straight up Nazi. Yeah. Damn, that seems like a whole universe ago. Yeah, I mean, back then we did not have like streaming or fucking iPhones or tablets, like the one I'm streaming on right now, and the one I'm showing you the video on right now. And we did not have live streams back then. This is when technology was developing really fastly. We had the internet, but come a year later, the next year, YouTube comes along with the first video, me at the zoo. But that came like 2 years before Google bought it. And as they say, the rest is history. But I'll skip a few parts. You might understand.
Look at the moisture flow there. You can kind of see part of it already from the southwest, indicating that trough is getting into Louisiana. So hopefully during the course of the morning and afternoon hours, we're going to start to see this sink a little farther south and take more of an influence now.
George Bush does not care about black people, and Mike Myers just standing there awkwardly staring, not knowing what to say, clearly uncomfortable with the bit of unfiltered burst. On a very much being watched bit of live TV, also clearly unable to find a lie anywhere in the bold declaration. Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. No, Hermit, this is 20 years ago. Today is the 20th anniversary of Katrina. This is 20 years ago when the technology was not technically advanced.
On the movement of Katrina as it gets closer towards the north central Gulf of Mexico. 424 miles from New Orleans, 25.0 north, 86.2 west, moving west-northwest at 7 miles per hour, and there's the pressure. Now the track continues to move it towards the northwest, west-northwest, and northwest, and you can see in this area the waters are very warm. As we told you before, for hurricanes to develop and continue to develop, you need water temperatures of 80 degrees or warmer, and this is plenty warm in the Gulf of Mexico in the mid-80s and even some 90s closer to the Louisiana coastline.
So yeah, the thing was the Gulf waters were pretty hot, and when we get closer and closer to the peak season of the hurricane season, the Gulf waters would be actually hot, and to form like a hurricane or a tropical storm, like in the Gulf of Mexico. But in 2025 hurricane season, holy shit, it is way different than 20 years ago. way beyond it. If you understand what I'm saying.
So we'll continue to watch the National
Watch the
Hurricane
path.
Center's track, bring it at 125 miles, sustained winds, miles per hour, sustained winds at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then by the evening hours, 140 mile per hour sustained winds as it moves towards our coastline. Coming on shore about 7 o'clock in the morning. And then you can see 145 mile per hour sustained winds. Again, notice the margin of error, though, still in this area. So there could be some shift left or right from this hurricane coming on shore. But because it is such a strong hurricane and becoming such a large hurricane, there will be a big impact across a good part of Louisiana and Mississippi. Not to mention the fact that tornadoes could accompany this landfalling tropical system. Here's the winds we're looking at. 7 o'clock in the morning, very strong, intense hurricane force winds right around the center from near Grand Isle, from near lower Jefferson, lower Lafourche Parish, over towards Plaquemines Parish. Hurricane force winds start to move on inland into Louisiana, into the South Shore area. The yellow's tropical storm force winds. So you can see during the course of the morning hours, these tropical storm force winds on Monday, early morning hours, will spread on inland and then continue to overtake southeast Louisiana, South Mississippi, of winds of 40 miles per hour greater in the yellow. And then you can see the intense hurricane.
Yeah, so for those of you who are asking who's speaking, this is actually a former chief meteorologist. His name is Carl Arredondo. He used to work at the Weather Channel, and then he came in like the 90s. He stayed there till like somewhere in the 2010s. He used to have hair, then he had shaved it all off, and all of a sudden, he lost a little bit of vision, which is such a damn shame, and which is unfortunate, and he's nearly blind, which is again unfortunate. I had the honor of meeting him, and yeah, he's a great guy, and I mean, yeah, he does have a little bit of those walker canes, like that the blind people usually have, and like someone to help them walk places. But yeah, it was a real honor to meet him. So yeah, this is the person who's speaking.
Force winds in the darker shading there, moving on inland. So that's going to track right across South Shore, North Shore, Lake Pontchartrain area, and that's going to cause a lot of damage to structures, not to mention the possibility of tornadoes with those sustained winds. So definitely the wind field is going to be right over our area if it...
This is a filtered shower head, and these are the
I'm
filter
gonna shut the
beads.
ad
They
up.
remove harmful stuff from your water.
We don't need an ad. Thank you very much.
And this is the track similar to what the...
And yeah, that was the worst track. But what they didn't know it was that the hurricane would actually run ashore and probably here, then all of a sudden go to Mississippi on the Mississippi Gulf Coast and really fuck them up and really damage all those homes and all those trees, on like near the beaches on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. If you understand, if you saw the footage there too, if you were like watching the Weather Channel or fucking CNN back then, but yeah, that's really the worst. But everybody was focused on New Orleans, my hometown. But I never saw one bit of a tornado when I was in Baton Rouge. It mostly, I think they said it would shift again.
Hurricane Hurricane Center is saying what is
This is
bad
what I
for New
remember.
Orleans North Shore areas is that track with the strongest, most intense winds right to the right side of the track, and that's across, as you can see, Lower Jefferson Parish, parts of Plaquemines Parish, Orleans, Upper Plaquemines, St. Bernard Parish, North Shore, St. Tammany, Washington Parish, and for parts of Tangipahoa Parish. So definitely we wouldn't want to see this track. This is one of the worst case scenarios. Now, better for us, worse for Mississippi if this track is shifted a little farther to the east. You're going to have the storm surge coming on in the eastern Mississippi coastline, Alabama. We'll have northerly winds here, and we're not going to see as much of a piling of the water. If this track, again, was over here, we'd have that piling of water coming across Bear.
Well, I don't think. Oh, sorry. Well, actually, it never. I don't think they had the much effects in the Alabama Gulf Coast. But it was all basically like in New Orleans and basically like the New Orleans metropolitan area and the Mississippi Gulf Coast that got the most of the fucking damage from the storm. So, and yeah, back then we had a woman governor, Kathleen Blanco. She's dead now. My guess is she might have been either Democrat or Republican, if somebody remembers. Correct me in the chat.
Ontario Bay, South Shore water heading towards the North Shore of Lake Pontchartrain, but this will push the water to the South Shore, so that would be worse across the South Shore, like we saw with Hurricane George along some of the camps along Lake Pontchartrain on the South Shore. Another bad scenario for parts of Plaquemines Parish, St. Bernard, Slidell, and Mississippi if this track is right over parts of metropolitan New Orleans. So
and that was true.
Scenarios, it's going to be worse for some places than others, but still a large area of southeast Louisiana and Mississippi will be impacted. Now, as you look at the one of the computer models we look at, it'll continue to push it towards us by 7 o'clock in the morning Sunday. Squalls may already be pushing into our area with the winds, easterly flow piling that water into the lake from the Gulf of Mexico. And then 7 o'clock coming near Grand Isle and moving on inland after that. So mid to late morning hours moving towards metropolitan New Orleans by 1 in the afternoon and then traveling more.
So this is the technology that you're seeing is way before the smart tablets and all the AI shit that came along, and and the YouTube and streaming and Facebook and Instagram came along. This is way like when we had Microsoft Windows XP. This is like old as hell technology that you're seeing. Okay, enjoy the alert.
Towards the north. Let's go to pinpoint Doppler radar. I want to check on that buoy out there near the center of Hurricane Katrina. And right now, this is having winds of 66 miles per hour from the east, indicating the center is still to the south. Waves of about 30, 31 feet. We've seen them a little bit higher. That's going to fluctuate a little bit. Water temperature 86 degrees at that buoy. The air temperature is 80 degrees at that area. A little closer to our area, you can see winds of 24 miles per hour and gusts to 26. So we are definitely seeing more in the way of those waters beginning to pile up across our area, and we're beginning to see some thunderstorm activity moving into the region. As you can see near Lower Plaquemines Parish, we have a couple of squalls getting ready to move into the vicinity, and that's going to be a little bit in the way of some thunderstorm activity there. The pinpoint storm path will show that in the next 30 minutes to an hour, that'll clip parts of Lower Plaquemines Parish. So Mike and Karen, that's what we're looking at, an intensifying hurricane.
Please stop using the word old for something 20 years ago. I was already older than Sam Cedar back then. I'm sorry. I mean, I was referring to the technology reference. I know I shouldn't be I know I shouldn't be using old, but this is like I'm saying reference. I'm sorry if I offended you or anything. I'm just referring to the technology that's way before the modern technology came along. Oh, well, famous Jack, welcome in. Well, I'm not modding right now because, no one, not one of our favorite creators, is live. Well, someone will be live before my time, 5 p.m. Eastern. It's called Pep Talks. I might like y'all later. Anyway, welcome in. You're just in time. We just started. I'm just showing y'all local news clips. Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. Pendulous. I'm showing you a local news, a bit of a local news coverage from Katrina back in '05. Today is the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Hey, Maz, welcome in. Mozart says old is a relative term. My phone is old. It is 6 years old, but it is old. Oh my God. I mean, how long could that phone last?
I'm going to go and get a few hours of sleep. Bill Capel's here. He'll cover you through the 3 o'clock hour. Then a former colleague of ours, Brad Panovich, is coming back from North Carolina to help us out a little bit. He'll cover from 4 o'clock on through 9 o'clock, and then I'll be back at 10 o'clock in the morning and continue to keep you updated throughout the Sunday morning. But again, we are seeing an intensifying hurricane. You still have time to make your preparations through the morning hours because the weather won't really start to go downhill until we get towards the later part of the day. So we still have time to get things together, and as we've seen on the traffic cameras, still not that much traffic out there right now during the overnight hours. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have people beginning to take a warning and begin to make their preparations and leave if they possibly are going to leave this area.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself back then, what the hell? Who the hell would use a news reporter as a meteorologist for their hurricane coverage? But I guess that was the station's decision then. But they were using a resource for their sister station in Charlotte. But I would very much imagine that this guy was getting tired and he needed to go to get some sleep. And it was like 12:16 in the morning. Yeah, he needed some sleep. Came back at 10 a.m. the next morning. I mean, my God, they were like on the air late into the night, and they probably were getting so sleepy. Grandpa Bonaparte, welcome in. Hey everyone, this is one of Trump's Sharpies on the board. Hell no. Hell no. Welcome back, Andy. Hell no, Grandpa Bonaparte. This is way before Trump was president. This was when Trump was being a dumbass of a businessman. And when, Epstein was in fucking jail.
Questions, Carl, before we let you go to sleep. As we look to the threat of tornadoes and preceding the storm, when might we likely see tornado watches posted for our area?
Well, probably if landfall around Jefferson Parish is going to be around 7 o'clock in the morning, I would say sometime before 7 a watch will be issued, because even if the landfall is at 7 o'clock, the outer bands will be there much sooner. So overnight Sunday, there may definitely be a tornado watch issued for the area that would include beginning early Monday morning, because as the outer bands get close to us, any one of those could produce a tornado, and we've seen that many times with landfalling tropical storms or hurricanes. So more than likely overnight Sunday night we'll have
Joel and Steve didn't want to let survivors take refuge in his MAGA church. Damn! Are you for real? You watched did he actually say that in his in a fucking interview in 2005? Did he actually say that? Damn! I didn't know that. I'm gonna look up that later. Holy shit! He's such an asshole. I don't know why the hell he's syndicating his fucking trash to the local stations. I don't know why. I feel the word obsolete for things like that Moore's Law was a boon for consumer and only made worse by playing obsolete. 6 years should not be quote unquote over from my house is 30 plus. Yeah. Yeah, but thanks for telling me that. Holy shit. I don't know. Did he say that on CNN or Fox? Oh, it's true. Oh, okay. What did he say about it? Did he say it on Fox or CNN or MSNBC? Because I never saw this. Yeah, sure, okay. But holy shit. Thank you for telling me. I mean, I gotta look that up later. I might look it up, actually. Play a few more seconds of this and look up that Joel Osteen clip. Now that you mention it, thank you so much for telling me. I don't remember him saying it publicly, but he definitely turned people away. Damn, that's harsh. I don't know if there was like a video for an interview where he actually said it on fucking corporate news or something. But thank y'all for telling me this. I never heard of him turning away his survivors, letting him take refuge in his fucking MAGA church. Such an asshole. Did a public backlash make him in them or something? You'll look it up and thank you so much, Annie. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you so much. You saved me the trouble. Thank you so much, my friend. Did public backlash make him let them in or something? No, I'm not sure, but yeah, he's still an asshole. He is such an asshole. Thank you all. Thank you all so much.
Tornado watch issued, and that'll cover a good part of the morning hours, probably through early afternoon across southeast
Louisiana residents
Ah!
less than 24 hours
No.
left to do something that could
Shut
save
up.
them.
Shut up.
Carl, I'm sure there are people all over the metro area going to bed tonight hoping and praying that this storm will take a last-minute jog to the east and leave us on the western side of the storm. What exactly are we hoping for?
It is good,
a trough, a high? What would pull it
Now
east?
that I know.
Well, we're hoping for this trough to come down much sooner and the winds be a little bit stronger to push it away sooner and faster. Right now, as I showed you a little while ago, the upper level winds are southwesterly over northern Louisiana. So it's not that far. So maybe another 6 hours or so, maybe 10 hours, we're going to start to see those upper level winds get down across southeast Louisiana. So at the farther south they go, and at the farther north the hurricane goes, we'll start to see it influenced a little bit more. But we probably have a little bit longer before we start to see that become a bigger factor in the track of Katrina, maybe in another 6 hours or so. So probably as we head towards 6 o'clock in the morning, hopefully we see those upper level winds farther south and maybe giving Katrina more of a nudge towards the northwest and eventually north and northeast.
Now we have to go. Now we have so many hurricanes. We go through the alphabet and ends up what? Twice? Yeah. I mean, why do we have to go through it twice? I mean, how many times do we have to go through this? Like twice, or do we have to run out of alphabetical names and go through it again?
Let's take a look now at the traffic situation. We have cameras
this is a
giving
traffic
live
report.
pictures
Watch
across
the
the
cars
area. That
right
is the
there on the
area on the
interstate.
I-10 near the Cleary exit, I believe.
Yes.
And yes, and the left lane, again, is starting to back up. It looks like a lot of people heeded the mayor's advice, at least those who are choosing to go towards Baton Rouge.
Exactly, where they were ready to go and decided that, because around 6 and 7 and 8.
Thank you so much. Okay, I found something for Hurricane Harvey, but not Katrina. Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll actually, I think I'll play a clip of that. When I pull up the chat on this device, and then I'll click on that link. Thank you so much, Annie, my friend. You have saved me the trouble for looking that up. But again, that is fucking gross. Might play a few more seconds of this and give this a break. and then I will play that clip for you.
Clock. Boy, I mean, you could have driven through here with hardly stopping, and maybe they saw that.
Oh, it's a local news clip? Oh, okay.
Certainly, and said, no, it's not a bad time to go. Let's go ahead and make our move. And you hope, it's been a long day for a lot of people. I know many people didn't sleep well last night watching this thing. You're up early. You're up trying to get your house prepared. You're up trying to take care of your house.
So you see, it's a fucking ghost town on the east side of the interstate. And you see all these cars going up to Baton Rouge. And the people that were smart to leave, they were actually very smart to leave. They were getting the fuck out. I was one of them in this interstate. Like, when we were all told to get the fuck out, get the fuck out. But some people that stayed, holy shit, they had to go to the Superdome. And it was very worse for them.
To pack your car, to get your family together, to make reservations, to head out in any direction that you can. And so if you're out there watching and you are making preparations to leave, it's been a long day. It's going to be a long night. Prepare yourself. I don't want people being tired on the road. Take some coffee because, you're tired already. You're emotionally stressed.
Yes, they were
but the
very
traffic
tired.
is moving.
Yeah, it is moving.
Might be the time to leave. Maybe stock up on the coffee and the caffeine. And certainly those lanes going, the right lanes are moving at a great clip and really very little delays. They're not going quickly, but they're certainly they don't seem to be impacted by any delays. And we heard from Dr. Walter Maestri of Jefferson Parish. He was saying, go north, just get out of harm's way. And certainly those are sentiments that were echoed by this.
Which clip is that? Is that another one where you said that disgusting shit? Is that like another local news clip? I gotta see. I might play that little clip. I might play this clip first, and I might play the second clip. Oh, Rational National covered it. Oh, okay. So, I'll give this a break. I'll come back to it. So I want to see these two clips real quick. Let me turn myself around. I want to actually see these two clips because holy shit. Let me turn this down real quick. I want to really see this. Thank you so much for sending this in. First of all, let me play this local news clip. Thank you so much for sending us in.
Pizza with any toppings.
No, shut up.
Television pastor Joel Osteen is speaking out this morning, answering critics who say he waited too long to open his Houston megachurch to flood victims. The building, once a 16,000-seat arena, is now filling up with volunteers, supplies, and evacuees. But that didn't happen until yesterday. Osteen says the church itself was threatened by floodwaters and there were safety concerns. And earlier on CBS This Morning, he said Lakewood has never closed its doors to people in need.
We worked with the city constantly.
Really?
The city set up a shelter about 4 miles from here.
4 miles?
10,000 people, showers, dormitories, kitchens, security, all that. They didn't need us as a shelter at that.
Really? Because I'm putting the face of the lies. You see, because I love wine. Because I'm gonna be a singer in my mega church. Yeah. Look at the fucking food in the background. I'm sorry if you can't see. I'm sorry you can't see. Look at the fucking food in the background. Holy shit. Is this real? Is this like a lot? You are lying, my dude. I'm sorry. Not my dude. Fucking MAGA piece of shit trash. You are so trash. Oh, look at you. You gotta put your hands on your heart. Fucking asshole.
They wanted us to be a distribution center, things like that.
Yeah, sure,
we said,
right.
fine, you
Okay,
do that,
liar.
we'll do our part. Never dreaming that we would have so many people needing shelters. When they filled up, they said we need shelters. We started our shelter.
Yeah, really? Really? Did you turn people away? just because they were looking for somewhere to go? You fucking heartless piece of shit. Fucking little shitbag. That is a total goddamn lie. I do not know how to explain that, but it is a total goddamn lie.
Osteen says Lakewood is raising money for storm victims and will continue to do so.
They never did. We go back and then up. Now we're going to play the Rational National. Thank you so much for sending these clips in. I mean, now I need to see the Rational National. Okay.
Do you know Joel Osteen? He's this guy. He's the televangelist who's always smiling. Well, his tax-exempt church in Houston, Texas, called Lakewood Church, holds over 6...
He probably didn't think it would get national attention. Good old Christian hospitality. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Vicky Clay, welcome in. Hey. Apparent. Welcome in. We're actually going to see this little clip from National talking about Joel Osteen back when Harvey was a fucking disaster to Houston. But yeah, today is the 20th anniversary of Katrina. Vicky Clee, thank you for stopping by. Welcome in. I hope you click that like, share, and subscribe. Welcome in. And this is old school Rational National. I tell you.
15,000 people. And apart from a lot of believers in God, Houston is also home to a hurricane and flooding. So there are people right now that are displaced from their home because of the flood. And Lakewood Church has not exactly opened their doors to them. And in fact, writer Charles Clymer posted these images of Joel Osteen's church, which right now is not at threat of flooding. But you know what? It's all good, because Joel Osteen doesn't have to open his church doors to anybody. He can just pray. Pray for God to help you. Victoria and I are praying for everyone affected by Hurricane Harvey. Please join us as we pray for the safety of our Texas friends and family.
What? Why? Why pray? What the fuck is the meaning of praying? Me too. I love David though. David used to be way more shouty than conversational like now, huh? Now never noticed back in the day. Yeah, this is old school David Dole. But what the fuck is the meaning of praying? What the fuck is the meaning for praying? I'm sorry. Why do we have to pray for someone who gets affected by a man-made storm or natural disaster? Why do we have to use thoughts and prayers? God don't answer stupid prayers. Of course he doesn't. Quote unquote thoughts and prayers. Yeah, because thoughts and prayers doesn't help. It's fucking useless. The only thing you can do is action. Action. If you were real. Yeah, if you were real instead of a fucking ghost.
And after receiving a lot of criticism online, he tweeted the next day with some better advice. There's a simple phrase you have to get down in your spirit. God's got this.
What? I'm sorry. God's got this. Are you sure? That's total bullshit. I mean, look at this. Look at the 10,024 retweets and 23,614 likes. Those likes must have been dumbasses who supported this motherfucker. And they probably must have said, don't let these refugees in your church. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Well, you're not going to drown. God's got this. God damn it, God provide a huge place for shelter help that people use in a shelter. Looks like I broke some waters. I'm sorry. This is funny. All the comments you're sending me. Damn. Y'all just made my day. Of course, I actually agree with all y'all saying. And yeah, Joel Osteen's such a total douchebag. No wonder he syndicates his MAGA preachings to local stations across the country. Let's listen to more to David Dole.
So Joel Osteen is everything I hate about organized religion.
Me too.
Here's somebody who preaches the word of God, or at least pretends to preach the word of God, but then when it gets down to it, and he has an opportunity to actually help people, he doesn't even open the doors to his massive church where he could be sheltering thousands of people who no longer have a home to stay.
And this used to be a fucking sports arena. This asshole actually bought this fucking former sports arena so he could turn it into a fucking MAGA preaching church. This should have stayed a sports arena. Joel Osteen can be an asshole. We know they don't care, so it's not such a good performance. Bad shit happened, but don't forget about it. I remember when David covered this when it happened. Yes, I mean, I didn't see this, Vicky, but I am so sorry, but I'm so sorry, but yeah, Joel Osteen, yeah, you're an asshole. You are definitely an asshole for turning the poor people that needed a shelter for a hurricane that was coming into your area, that their neighborhoods were going to flood. And you decided to be an asshole and not let them come into your fucking MAGA church and say, well, no, fuck y'all. Y'all are staying in your flooded neighborhoods. Let God protect y'all. Let me go sing my MAGA preaching shit. Yeah, fuck you.
But no, Joel Osteen is different.
Televangelists have this reputation for being slick.
I'm sorry, is that Oprah Winfrey? Is this like right after her show ended?
Yeah. Going after people's money and obviously not being sincere. Yeah. How have you been able to cope with that?
Well, knowing that, we try to go overboard to be just the opposite of everything you just said. And there's a belief that you're supposed to suffer more and be poor and to show your humility.
Damn,
I don't see the Bible that way. I see that God came to, Jesus
wait
died
a minute.
an abundant life and to be a blessing to others. I can't be a
blessing
to people if I'm poor and broke and depressed and I don't feel good about myself.
Oh, so he can't be a blessing to people if he's poor.
Yes, David's right there. He can't be a fucking blessing if he's poor. He really can't because, he has to turn people away. And, in fact, he just fucking lied. Damn it, Oprah, how is he able to visit you bitch as well? There's that fucking abundance agenda. Honestly, Osteen should sue Ezra Klein for copyright information. Well, okay, so, yeah, how is he able to cope? Holy shit. I don't know. Oprah is an evil bitch as well. Yes, Oprah is such an evil bitch. Everybody remembers her syndicated talk show. Fucking Oprah Winfrey show. He was away that abundance TM get Griff way oh yeah. She just ain't saying that. But Seth, I don't think Joel Osteen knows who the hell Ezra Klein is. I don't know who the hell. I don't think Joel Osteen knows who the hell Ezra Klein is. But that is true. That is true. But anyway, let's keep going.
Well, apparently he also can't be a blessing to people if he's rich. So, do you think Jesus would be sitting back in his $10.5 million mansion waiting as people die and drown in Houston?
Wait. Go back.
Do you think Jesus would be sitting back in his 10.5...
Hold the fuck on. I love this moment. I love this. Hold the fuck on. I love this moment. It's like, look at this motherfucker. He's like, oh, this is my house where I could be rich and I could, pray every day and let my MAGA supporting followers in and say, let's cut the holy bread. And when I am just a ghost, when I am not in existence. So don't give me the prayers. The prayers do not work. Oh my God, that image. I know, it's funny. It's showing you how they think Jesus is a rich motherfucker. It's giving us an example how the billionaires are controlling this country. It's a pure fucking example. Her interview with Prince didn't go how she thought it would. Oh, I didn't see that.
$5 million mansion waiting as people die and drown in Houston?
Yes.
Why would Jesus be on the front lines personally helping people? Now, I'm not religious, but if you claim to be a religious person, you have to be aware of this quote from the book of Matthew. Then Jesus said to his disciples, truly I tell you, it is difficult for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Again, I tell you, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Now look, I don't preach the Bible, but if you're somebody who claims to be religious, then how are you not aware of one of the most pivotal aspects of getting into heaven? If you're rich, it's practically impossible for you to get into heaven.
David's right there. I mean, shit, this is classic David Dole. He, holy fuck. I never seen this version of David Dole. Yelling. HOA Jesus. Go on, Vicky. That was a good one. But the David Dole, I know he was more conversational. Free Kid David was way more aggressive. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But he's not in these days, he's not like Anna Kasparian. You know what I'm talking about. That's my shit right there.
Yet, these people find ways around it. They'll still persecute gay people. Oh, you can't be gay. And being gay is a sin. But if you're rich, oh, I'm rich. Mm-hmm. It can't be a bad thing. It's totally okay to be rich, and you can totally get into heaven because it personally benefits me. So, these are these double standards in religion, and more specifically with people, with televangelists like Joel Osteen, who pretends to give a shit about you, but actually doesn't. So if he actually gave a shit about you, if this guy was actually trying to be like Jesus, he would be opening his doors. Not even just the doors to his church, but the doors to his home. To people who are stranded out there, who have their homes flooded and need help. But he's not doing that.
Exactly.
And it's amazing to me that even on a PR level, he won't do it. So think about it. Even if he didn't actually care about people, but he wanted a good PR message out there, he would have been smart to open the doors of his church and shelter people from the flood.
Damn straight. Damn straight. He would have done that, but no, he has to turn people away. That's how the churches are so wealthy, huh? All right. See, when right-wingers say they give more to charity, that's absolutely true. These are the charities. Those are the charities for you. God damn that HOA, Jesus.
But either he's too dumb to think of that, or he doesn't really give a shit about anybody. And
of course,
that is the more likely scenario. Because in his mind, he's thinking, well, if I open the doors to my church as a shelter to people, then they're going to get it all dirty. It's going to be mucked up. I'm going to have to get a cleaning crew in there. Maybe there'll be some damage to the interior. This is what's going through Joel Osteen's mind.
So he was afraid that his church was going to get disgusting, dirty, and smell like piss. So he would have to get like a fucking cleaning crew to clean the smell of piss and shit all up so he can resume his MAGA preaching. That's so fucking stupid. That is stupid. He would have done the charitable thing and just let the fucking refugees who were suffering from Hurricane Harvey into his damn church. But no, he has to be an asshole. He had to be an asshole. Charity of fucking Rome, they just lock money in the confined period of church others and help them put up in each other's farts. Philip report and seeking refugee in the Church of Jesus. Can't have that. Sign of the times. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, HBX. Welcome aboard. Welcome in. Yes, HTechBX. HTechBX. If I can get your name correctly. Welcome in. Today's the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, but we're going to take a break real quick because I just showed I showed a clip of Joel Osteen lying up his ass. I showed a news clip from CBS 2 in Chicago, and now I'm showing this classic David Dole Rational National clip from how Joel Osteen was being an asshole by closing off his church to hurricane victims, Hurricane Harvey back in, let's say 2017, when Hurricane Harvey struck Houston, and he was a total asshole for that. Such an asshole. Locked in a room until it becomes a second private jet. Oof.
He doesn't care about the lives of people who are stranded outside of their homes.
Of course he does.
All he cares about is his personal wealth and getting his message out there for himself because it only personally benefits him.
Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. He only gives a fuck about himself. And he still does. I had to turn the volume down because of another fucking ad. I cannot stand ads. I am sorry. Anyway, yeah, thank you for sending me those clips, Andy. Such a good film. John Libby, welcome in. Welcome into the stream chat. But yeah, that was pre-child David. Holy shit. That's the version that I've never seen before. Now that I've seen that, I'm like, holy hell. Does he did he behave like that? Now that I've seen one version, the other side, David Dole, classic David Dole. But now I see post-child David Dole, who's calmed himself down on like a conspiracy. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry I'm late. It's been a busy day. Oh, no. It's okay. Oh, you kind of like Shouty David? Oh, okay. Okay. That's why. Anyway, before I got those clips, about asshole Joel Osteen, we just watched Shouty David Dole. We were watching a bit of Hurricane Katrina coverage. Pre-child David Dole. This is the pre-leftist mafia David Dole, John. When he used to shout. Yeah. Oh, you want to see this? This is my sport watch. Soul Life, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, lovely. Sorry if I don't said it about Hurricane Katrina, but I guess I'm mistaken. Sorry about that tangent. No. It's okay. I actually wanted to give y'all a break from the Katrina coverage real quick and see these two videos from the about Olstein being an asshole to the victims of Hurricane Harvey. Let's see. Bila Grisey, welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. Yeah, so let me go back to this coverage from 20 years ago. I was just watching a few minutes of it before I saw these two clips from 2017.
Flood area as we take a look at the Crescent City connection.
Too new to watch for me, but a good one. Thank you so much. I don't know if Mike ever covered that, so yeah. I was just showing a little bit of news coverage from 2005. I'm only showing local, I'm not showing the national shit. Hold on, I gotta read some comments while I still have the video up. Manny Fitzgerald says, the Vicky clicks, I can play, I like Mike's passion. Unlike Cenk Uygur, it feels genuine. You know, Mike keeps it real. Mike Figueroa keeps it real. Like the Majority Report. Cenk Uygur is all fucking clickbait. Like, Anna Kasparian. And those who are still with TYT. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I had to turn the volume down for a second. Yeah, if you were just watching the cars, how they were evacuating. Let me pause this. I'll turn the volume back up. But yeah, like I said, Mike Figueroa does keep it real. Everybody at the Lewis Mountain does keep it real. So does Majority Report. Such a great crew. But TYT, holy shit, they don't keep it real. Why? Because Soul Life was banned from, was it Rashad Ritchie's Soul? Was it? I think it was Dr. Rashad Ritchie. What was it for somebody saying the N-word? Let me know in that chat right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, because that asshole mod had the fucking balls to ban Soul Life for nothing. Nothing. And she has no clue. She has no right to be a mod. No right. Yes, TYT. Because, as you know, Dr. Rashad Ritchie's show is part of the TYT network. And I do feel sorry for John and JR. And I really, and Dr. Rashad Ritchie and Sharon. I was banned on Undisputed, but after someone was spamming the N-word, one letter at a time, so I inserted random letters to break the word. Okay. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that was why. Wasn't that Allison Hartson's? Oh, yeah. Hashtag Justice for Soul Life. Mona, one of my wonderful mods, welcome in. So, yeah, so, like, yeah, so, I have not been banned for their network. I would honestly love to troll their chats so I can get my ass banned from the network. And then, like, spam, stand with the nods, pay with the mods, Justice for Soul Life. I would love to fucking spam their network. So bad. I would love to. Send a fucking message to them, spam it so much. Spam the words, fire Anna Kasparian. Put it in like 20 times. I don't give a fuck what they say. And Allison Horse is a bitch. I volunteered under her. Of course, you're not the only one, Annie. You know Adrian Vixen, John Ross, Roller Dragon, who else? Sportszilla, I think it was Goddess Four Winds, and I think of a few others left. They were under her. Oh, Vitingale, thank you so much. Yeah, the TYT Army. Oh yeah, you did volunteer for TYT Army. I don't think you told me that last week. I forgot to ask you that. TYT had a guest overworks in chat. Apparently someone was triggered and complained about me. Oh yeah. Yeah, because yeah, they still have those dozen overworks in the fucking chats. And for real, right now it is really horrible. In the chat, let me turn this up back around. Let me tell you, to be honest, the chats are filled up with shitty Anna fanboys. They might be gone from their chat these days. Overwork, I guess a good word for insult. That's true. And hey Bobby, welcome in. Yeah, and that's absolutely true, Mona. And but I'm saying this. You are right, there's a bunch of overworks in their chats, and also there's a bunch of fucking Anna Kasparian fanboys. Yeah. Next time I get with you, you need to tell the audience about your time at TYT and your TYT Army story. Next time I get with you. I don't know what else to call it, LOL. I'm glad you understood it. Carly Wayne, welcome in. Hello there. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for coming in. Welcome in. But yeah, like I said, it's just so much. These overworks in their chats and those Anna Kasparian fanboys in their chats will still never learn. They just won't learn. I really don't understand. And you'll see a few of these fuckers in the Vanguard chat. How long have I been streaming? Oh, I've been streaming since June. I actually have been doing this show since last month. Good question, Nick. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was kicked out of TYT Army because of the disability discrimination. I'll tell you next time we talk about. Oh my god! Really? I knew they were ableist. I knew TYT was ableist. I'll be damned. And I was never informed that TYT was ableist. Holy fucking shit. Wow. Yep, Allison kicked me out. Wow. Holy shit. Now I know she's ableist. Now I actually also know she's not a progressive. She's a fucking payout to the fucking Dems or the fucking Republicans. Like, Brian Tyler Cohen, for example. Or maybe David Pakman. Well, actually, speaking of Brian Tyler Cohen, he actually sent an email on behalf of the mods yesterday morning. I spent 2 years ago about the 16 mods. I wasn't paying it until it was out, and that the mods quit. Yeah. Sellouts, correct. Oh my god, Allison is such a fucking bitch. I know, right? It's so horrible. Allison is such a fucking ableist. And a fucking idiot. In fact, she was never watching the chats. She was just like, sitting in the shadows. She never actually did shit. Live from the Poly Market Studios. She actually just sat in the back, watching the chats, never actually engaging with the chat, never actually taking action. Unless there's some dumb fuck decided wanted to troll, or if she wanted to make her own way, like kick somebody out for no fucking reason. I don't remember if I replied on Angie, so I gave you 2 this time. And Allison got my volunteers to turn against me. It was awful. I joined the DSA after TYT Army. Really? Oh my god. How did they do that? How could they do that to a disabled person like yourself? Oh my god. That's horrible. This is why ignorance is so horrible in this country. I remember when either Nightingale or Goddess tried to share a link to their GoFundMe or similar because they were struggling and needed help was money for free. That got stopped. Oh yeah, I remember that, Vicky. That was way stopped because Allison doesn't like fucking GoFundMe. Doesn't like charity. She's not a big supporter of fucking charity. Yeah, I've been wanting to go public with my TYT Army story for a while. I should make a video. Yes, you should. Please make a video. We had a quote-unquote... I'm sorry, we had a hashtag pay TYT mods going for a long time. Yeah, the also shut that out. And it's still going on. But, actually, that got shut out when the mods quit. But let's see, I am... I'm sorry, Bobby. I'm trying to fix it. I'm streaming on an iPad. I don't have a computer. I'm sorry, Bobby. Yeah, so that's horrible. She was never mine. She was always shadow mine. She never did shit. I wonder if the doc knows that TYD doesn't put his GoFundMe links in the description when he says it's in the description. That's what I thought. Because, I really gotta say this. I don't think TYT believes in charity. Somewhat. I don't think they understand the reason of GoFundMe. I mean, I should have explained the GoFundMe for Annie Cheryl because of her eye surgery. And there's really a bunch of people that use GoFundMe for something like their medical condition and their birthday or something. But that is fucking ridiculous for them not to explain that Dr. Rashad Ritchie does have a fucking GoFundMe. Jinx said, quote, "That's money that could be going to me. Do you like the link?" But asshole Jink, you have to understand. You have to understand that charity is more important than yourself. I know Adrian Vixen got in trouble with TYT for sharing their GoFundMe while modding their... Yeah, I actually remember that, Joker. Yeah, That was Adrian. And if you remember, Forbesilla sent that super chat on the main show's chat. That got stopped right away. Thanks to you-know-who, Allison. I had to take another break from the local coverage of Hurricane Katrina so I can talk to y'all real quick. I should reach out to the guy who made Tell the Truth Jane. His name is Hank Thompson, Annie. That's his name. He used to be with TYT as I think their editor or producer. Yeah, that's Hank Thompson, Winners and Losers. He was actually the guy that was trying to get TYT to become a union. Actually join the union, the IATS, whatever the Hollywood unions was, whatever Hollywood union. But Cenk said, "Fuck no, we're not gonna do that. I don't want to be unionized. I don't believe in unions." He's almost and always in Vanguard chat to when they're live. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, so that's, and yeah, you know Sandy a little bit. She was at TYT. She was at Rebel HQ. She was there for months, but she was so pissed off when Anna decided to go be transphobic. So did Cenk. And that was followed by Bonnie. And I believe Jeff Wiggins and so on. And then recently, I think it was Mayor Mondale, who fucking quit on air on clickbait months ago. You remember that? When he said it right on the camera, I quit. And then Cenk's recent firing of Francesca. You remember that? I don't know why some careers are still with TYT unless they're stuck in a contract. And so these little content creators that TYT is using now are these unknown content creators that they're using on Rebel HQ. But Ben Cleve is still there. He's a fucking Zionist. That's for damn sure. He is not a comedian. He is not a progressive. He is a total Zionist. After my ban and before TYT turned on slow chat, I made an alternate account and go to the main and get a free membership, go to member section, and then they banned me as soon as people realized it's me, LOL. Ben Cleve is a sick motherfucker. Yes, he's a sick motherfucker for a reason. And particular reason is he backs Israel. He does not back Palestine. There's a lot of names missing from the TYT chat these days. Yes, there's a lot, including us, you, and me. A lot of them. You and me. And the mods that left. Yeah, so hardly anyone's in that TYT chat. You don't know them. Don't talk to them. Don't fucking bother. Don't go to that fucking show. Just don't. You don't know them. I was in TYT member chat from at least 2015. Oh yeah, I remember that. Through their website. For their website. Oh, okay. And he held out with a handful of regulars, but yeah. But now, so they got these like unknown uh content creators, call what you like to call it. But they're really unknown to me. They're really unknown to anybody. These new Rebel HQ contributors are a part of. I don't know these motherfuckers. Damage Report still has names I recognize. Yeah, I don't recognize the Rebel HQ creators anymore. It's sad because TYT originally pulled me away from mainstream media and to the left. Yeah, so no, you don't know these content creators on TYT's Rebel HQ. They're just a bunch of nobodies. They're unknowns. They're nobodies. I'm not missing from TYT chat. I was never a fan. Always thought Chink was a phony. Yeah, he's still a phony. He's still a fucking secret right-winger. And we all know that. Thanks to that video. That's out there. When he, when he's at that airport, started yelling his fucking head off. We all know that video that's out there. Sorry, I had a lot going on. Hey, it's okay. It's alright. I'll be on it. No, no worries. No worries. I thought the username was just Rebecca. They were friends with Kelly K, I believe. I don't remember that username. John Everett needs to leave TYT. He'd be good on his own show. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I feel sorry for John and JR. But according to Forbesilla, John is still under contract, and I believe that's the case with JR. But he'll probably not renew it. That's my best guess. But we'll see. If they decide to say fuck you to John Idarola or not. I haven't watched TYT in months, and at first they were getting on my nerves, constantly bashing Biden. He wasn't perfect, but he was Trump. He wasn't Trump. Bennett France sealed the deal. Yeah, it was like, oh, we got to bash Biden. Oh, we got to, Biden, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we got to bash Biden all the time. When John doesn't stand up for Francesca, I had to stop the damage report. He chose a side. I mean, yeah, Francesca's the best when TYT. JR has been with TIT since it started before they were on YouTube. Damn. I really wish JR would leave with John. I like John for the most part, but he always gave off quote-unquote thoughts and prayers. Vibes when controversies popped up, and he addressed them. Like I said, thoughts and prayers don't work. Only action does. From what Fran said, it seems from her and John still talking behind the scenes. Yeah, so Vicky, they're still friends, but she doesn't actually appear with John on the damage report anymore. He only maybe will occasionally go on Fran's show, the Tuition Room, but just no longer on damage report, if you understand. I'm sure JR gets pissed at his long life friend. I can imagine that, yes. Oh, I'm not a Biden fan. Oh, yeah, I'm not a Biden fan as well. I mean, look what he did. He decided to say, no, I'm not going to stop this war. And he admitted he was a Zionist. He admitted he was a Zionist in an interview. If you remember. She says, oh, I'm not a benefit. Oh, but Harris was just as bad. She's the reason she lost. Of course, yeah, and she used, if you remember, in Kamala Harris's campaign, the reason why she lost, she was kind of silent on the war going on in Gaza and Israel, and also she used so many damn celebrities. So much celebrities. You cannot imagine. From Oprah Winfrey to fucking... Well, you get the picture. She's busy hawking a shitty book now. If Kamala had more time to campaign, she would have failed even harder. Of course, I really hope she learns that without running again. Actually, so she said she's not running again. I think sources have said that. Mostly welcome in. I meant if Fran can forgive John, I'll defer to her, read him staying on the 2x2 network. She knows more than I do. Oh, that's what she meant. Okay. I get it. He was running for president, but he kept on bashing the Biden and the Kamala. They turned right on me. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He turned right on everybody. Buy my new book, entitled Democracy is Dead. Oh, you're done so much shit over the years. He's been doing that for many years. Hey, what about Emma Sperry? You know, she's been doing the same thing. We know that. Started the whole bonus whole thing. Oh, I gotta come up with a bonus whole thing on Twitter. I can't get off Twitter. I can't get off Instagram. I love to, fucking bitch and cry on fucking Instagram and Twitter. The way TYG treated Emma was also horrible. Hell yeah! I believe some people told me that TYT treated Emma like shit. Thank God she left TYT to fill the vacancy of Michael J. Brooks. Rest in power, MJB. You are definitely missed. Please, if you had the power to come back down here, please kick Anna's ass. Please kick her ass and tell her to stop what she's doing. Please. If Kamala had just lied about... I'm sorry. If Kamala just had lied about supporting Palestine and stayed away from the Chinese, she would have won. Of course. You damn well know it because the Cheneys were actually bad luck to her campaign. And look how Kamala treated Tim Walz, the governor in Minnesota. She overcoached him. Almost treated, I think he kind of treated him like shit. Tim Walz is a great guy, but, he really got overcoached by Kamala, but, yeah, he's still a good guy, but, he really should give the fuck you to Kamala for screwing around with him. Oh my God, I think she gifted John her jersey. He had it framed and said it would always be in this videos. 2 videos later, it was gone forever. Oh, wait a minute. What? Really? Never saw that. Emma has a lot more responsibility at Majority Report and seems way happier. Yeah. She's way beyond happier at Majority Report. Like you saw today at Majority Report. Oh my God, she looked way happy and she was laughing her ass off at the clips today. And how, Brian and Matt got it. Got the laughs in, even though it was serious shit. It was Palestine. It sunk her run. It came out of the poll a while back. That was the biggest reason why people didn't vote. Yeah, that was the reason why. You know, because the reason why people didn't vote was because of her. That's why people stayed home. That's why we're now in this fucking mess thanks to Trump. I can't blame him either. But the most responsible parties, of course, still have to pretend there's some confusion. Yeah. I mean, of course, there's a lot of that. I agree with you. Oh, but I wanted to check her and I made John take it down. It was from Emma's last appearance at TYT. She was crying. Oh, wait a minute. She was crying? She was crying on her last appearance? I didn't see that. For their own career and credibility sakes. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. But I never saw that. The whole party is at fault and needs to be looked at. Of course, it's broken. Both parties are broken. I gotta tell you that. I wonder if ICE will go after Cenk and revoke his senatorship. He ran against Trump. I would imagine that, Bobby. I mean, his family was born in Turkey, but he was raised in the U.S. But I really wonder if ICE would go after Cenk. But I don't think that's happening. I don't know why it's not happening. Yeah, Emma was sad and crying on Denver's report when John saying she's gonna miss him when she missed him. Okay. I might check that out later. And the DNC hasn't learned a damn thing. That's why I'm considering running as an independent next year. Yeah, you talked about that last time. When you decide to run next year, we'll talk. He was a when he migrated. Okay. Yeah, so and when you decide to run again, like you told me last week, we'll talk. We'll talk. No worries. I had a young white Uber driver the other day that was very optimistic about the future. Apple is even manufacturing in the US again, end quote. It was sus. That sounds really sus. So I'll be officially announcing around December. Wow! Ooh! Oh my God! That's some amazing shit right there. Keep us updated on the date, and yeah. When you decide around December, and we'll talk, because independence is the way to go. Yeah, please, thank you. I didn't get Trump vibes in the driver. He just seemed like it points into the inside of it and overshot from your uninformed army. But yeah, that's completely sus. And I think that driver of yours must have been watching Fox News or something. They simply have values difference with the majority of the population that would have been popular with. Yeah, I agree with you, Seth. I really agree with you there. Yeah, I'm just looking at your comments, Seth, and you're just chit-chatting with Eddie Vetchero right there. And you're saying was he trying to get Tesla? Was he trying to get Tesla? Fuck Tesla. Everybody knows to say fuck Tesla. Everybody knows fucking Elon Musk's shitty ass vehicles. Oh my gosh, you just made my day again. Yes, so why? Why did you bring it up? Just refuse to do that, even at an advantage that more likely to lose electoral ground. But they also refuse to just be honest about that. Exactly! Exactly! That's the whole point. Because the only valuable electorate left then, given that refusal, is perpetually gaslighting. Yes, it is. He's spitting fire, of course. He's telling the truth right here. A critical mass of actual leftists to support them. Yeah, actual leftists like Sam Feder, Emma Vigeland, Mike Figueredo, all the leftist mafia crew, Letterhag, all the hosts and contributors at this space, our good friend Sandy Schultz, but I'm gonna call this, still is trying to get her channel back. Who's going to be working with a law firm starting Monday to get her channel back. This is an update from her. I'm just passing this along to y'all. Still just into this something. Still just to this out of you all Claudia S seems to be doing is a nice job in Mexico until Trump invades for the gangs. So anyway. We'll see. If Trump decides to say, let's invade Mexico and, put the handcuffs on them, the illegal aliens, and send them all to El Salvador or Alligator Equitrans. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I will put an entry session. We have to primary as many establishment downs and motherfuckers, and it's kind of for the midterms from the left. The U.S. Senator, apparently there's plans to being drawn up on. Really? Wait, what? Sandy has a court appearance on YouTube. Did it? No. So, Sandy is working with a law firm. She's working with a law firm to get her channel back. Like many content creators that were unceremoniously kicked off on YouTube. She doesn't have a court date. She's just working with a law firm that she got together with just to get her YouTube channel back. And Vicky, I'm getting back to your comment. I didn't know they were gonna. I didn't know there were plans to do this. I mean, holy shit! I hope it fails. And yes, Aaron, I'm looking at the comments. I actually agree with you, and it is really sad. That seems hard to do when you don't know what terms of service you've been accused of breaking. Well, so she was accused of the fucking child safety terms of service, which is fucking stupid. And she said it first when she got kicked off in June. And it was probably an AI bot. It's not been finalized, but a way closer than it should be. What it should be is complete quote-unquote dead arrival, pre-even the idea stage. Okay. I see. Yeah, I was just reading your comments. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna go back to this video from local news coverage for Katrina, but I could just read your comments some more. I mean, if you're up for that. But anyway, yeah, her channel might have been set to meant for children and the YouTube studios ended by mistake. No. No. It was not meant for cats. The AI bot must have detected it wrong. And, let me say this. There was a cartoon laughing emoji that she would have had a live stream for a Sunday morning. And actually, not only had it the AI bot fucked up and for a cartoon emoji laughing, thinking that was supposed to be for kids when it was not. It was basic. You know how Sandy is. So she's loves to do her climate change streams for her audience, but it wasn't meant for kids. So the AI bot fucked up, and that's how she got kicked off, just for the child safety endangerment terms of service, which is fucking stupid. And that's the best way I can explain it, so. That is the best way I can explain it. This is the stuff that she is telling me on Discord. I think at least who this story is about. Yeah, I'm just reading your comments. But I might, since today is the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, I might go back to this clip for a couple seconds. What time it is? Shit. I started an hour ago. Yeah, we could go in for a while. Disgraceful fact, admitted genocide of Europeans, this known Israel is the second largest per capita percent of EU startup funding via EUEC. Jesus! The AI fucked up? Shock. Am I? Of course, me too. That's exactly my point. I am not saying it was meant for kids. She may have accidentally thought that it was asking if it was kid friendly when it was actually asking if your target audience is for kids. Oh, okay. Well, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is what she's telling me. Now I see what you're saying, so. Problem is, she uses a computer, a PC. I just use an iPad for streaming. For streaming purposes, she uses a streaming software and a PC. Not me. I just use an iPad. So I don't have to go pay the money for a streaming software. You kind of understand what I'm saying. Okay, yeah. I already read the comments, so, as everybody knows, today's the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. So, earlier I was playing this local news coverage clip. I could go back to this for a while. Let me, find some context. Wait a minute, hold on. I had another clip. I had another comment come in. Now, if I can just get people to vote for me instead of an establishment Democrat next year, we'll be golden. But we need Soren Madani's everywhere. Madani's everywhere. Yes! Thank you! We do! Of course, you are absolutely 100% correct. We need a bunch of Soren Madani's correct. Everywhere. I had to go to my personal settings. It's like that. I am not a kid's channel. I forgot what made me do it, but there was a threat of channel termination somewhere, I think. When the COPA YouTube thing came out, so I set my channel not for kids. That's when I made that video, and I sent that message to YouTube. I said, I'm not for kids. I'm not sold to COPA. I will never be sold to this stupid COPA law. So go fuck yourselves, YouTube. Why would you bow down to COPA? I don't care. I'm not for kids. There's a reason why there's YouTube Kids. I think it'll happen only. I think the more people who are oppressed, more lefties will rise up and run for office. Yes, yes. But not Cenk. But let me say this: not Cenk Uygur. He'll never run for office. He's always gonna suck. I think I had a flag upload or something, but maybe I was just exploring the setting and saw that warning. Oh my god, that's horrible. That sucks. That really does fucking suck. And join DSA everyone. Yes, please join a local DSA. Do your part and please join a local DSA. Do your part right there. Go online, search for local DSA, and join the local DSA of your choice, and stand in solidarity. Public service announcement. But yeah, I was playing some local news coverage from Hurricane Katrina 20 years ago. I might. I say I might go back to this. If you're Canadian, continue the boycott. Yes, continue. Continue the boycott. Continue the boycott against President Grandpa's crazy obsession with Canada being the 51st state. DSA is prepping to support candidates across the country. If you don't have a DSA chapter nearby, you can start one. Yeah, that's absolutely true. You have to get people to think if you're appointed that way, order supporters on what day of being people that participating in voting. Absolutely true. My chapter started small, but now we're at the first largest chapter in Washington State. Woo! Oh, wow. Wow. Alright. Voters can be. Oh, yeah, you did a mistype. Let me find something. Let me find something. I can go back to that. I can go to this and wait, did I see another comment? I'm sorry. Remember when people at the start of quote-unquote America said they needed well-educated populace so they couldn't all be important voters? Wasn't that a nice idea? Wasn't that a nice idea? I mean, arguably, that's always weird, but then the guy was kind of low. I mean, arguably, that's always weird, but perhaps a more technical study of Marx that Locke would observe as interested in establishing excellent democracy. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's your side. Capitalists were around then too. Then you just found out increase in their profits in the state educated them. Of course. I mean, take a look at my state, Louisiana. I mean, I gotta tell you this. My state is one of those few states that actually is in our contract. I think, let me be wrong, is one of those states that has PragerU. That's it. That has a little contract with PragerU to have they feed their right-wing shit to kids. I think another one is Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. Snicksavia, welcome in. Thank you for making one of my live shows. I'm not entirely convinced most of the slave founders were actually that truly committed to democracy. Me neither. I don't think I don't think the slave founders were actually that truly committed to democracy because they didn't give a fuck. They just wanted the slavery thing to continue. That was well, good. Well, thankfully they're dead. Sorry. But yes, Nick Sophia, welcome in. Thank you for joining me on this 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Definitely still, I hardly quit my one last year, and I got fired for it from the local down party, but I think I'm going to harder next year. Yeah, what she's saying is that she's going to probably run as an independent because she's so tired of the fucking Democrats screwing up all the goddamn time. If I remember correctly, there's a passage in the Federalist Papers where they can argue the vastness of the U.S. was the only vote against the going over, and they did not foresee social media. That's actually true. I think you're correct there, Reference Fran. Some of you haven't remembered to press the like. Yes, please press the like, share, and subscribe. Vicky Cooley is absolutely correct. Do press that like, share, and subscribe. Why wouldn't you? The local Dems didn't like me criticizing the incumbent, even gentle criticizing, but I think I should go harder on his policies next year. Well, damn. I think those local Dems viewers were probably egoists too, if I'm not mistaken. Because the people knew how politics actually works and who the politicians actually were, they'd probably be a purge in the following election. People remember how you make them feel. Negative reinforcement isn't sustainable forever, so why start there? That's a good question. Why start there? It's because negative reinforcement comes from corporate media. You understand? And it's all fed to our old mom and dads. The grandmas, the grandpas that watch Fox News. Going on the policies is different to attacking the person themselves. It's true. It's all smoke and mirrors. Just something that can still do any introspection. That's true. I mean, I usually get my water. Reading all your comments. I mean, thank you so much for chit-chatting. I mean, last streams, actually, this was the best 2 streams I had. I've had everybody chit-chatting today and last week. The previous streams, I did not have everybody chit-chatting. I only criticized them for not supporting universal health care, but the local Dems didn't like that. Like every other Democrat. They don't like it. They don't like, they don't like universal health care. They only like, they like, we will win! We will win! I adopt the policies, not personally. Oh, yeah. Okay. But like I said, the Democrats like, we will win! We will win! And they like to sit back and just watch, Israel bomb the fuck out of Gaza. They like to sit there and watch ICE invade our fucking hometowns. It's like the Republicans. Both parties don't do shit. Talking of Democrats, how's Liberal Mother? Liberal Mother isn't here. Liberal Mother still watches CBS. She's a Democrat. So is my sister. My father and my brothers are a bunch of fucking Republicans. who watch Fox News, who believe in what Trump says, and wear MAGA hats. Okay, not my brothers wear MAGA hats. My dad wears a MAGA hat. That's the only person I know that wears a MAGA hat, is my dad, not my brothers. But she was a reference time. Let me tell you this. She was like to me before I got on the air. Non-Republicans. Boo! Oh God, yeah. But reference time. Let me get back to you. So liberal mother is like, oh, you're not buying super chats and not put yourself on the internet. Because they can track you down and get your information and all that. Like, I was like, no, they can't. It's like, oh yes, China can do that. Let me say this. If you have a liberal parent, or if you have a Republican parent, I believe they've been watching too much corporate media. That's what I think. That's why my family members have been watching too much corporate media. CBS and Fox for you. It's just so much you can fucking handle. It's so stupid. To Greg Fenton to do something about it that we actually not want technically. They're not worth the damn to even worry about their opinion. Anymore is literally necessary about their ability. You black time up trash. Yeah. And for the most of the time, it was that quote unquote intellectual quote unquote great mind or basically nothing in terms of source of information. There you go. That's my point. I mean, if I want to buy a super chat, like I do on the Leftist Mafia, I want to buy a super chat. Like if I'm renewing my Twitch subscriptions, that's what I'm doing. China is not looking up my info I'm sorry, my personal information when I'm doing these live shows and when I'm purchasing a super chat or renewing my Twitch subscriptions. They're just fucking wrong. They're fucking wrong. I mean, most of the people we know purchase super chats. I worry about the U.S. tech overlords before the Chinese government read your phone's internet data, lol. I worry about that too, but I would not worry about them, about me purchasing a super chat. I mean, it's just one thing. I mean, sorry, someone is texting me when they should not. When I'm trying to live stream, you just hate that. Needless to say, I don't think I need to have my representation because apparently over 20% of the voters on my district last year agreed with me. Hello. Hello. God, don't you just hate when they text you? Don't you hate when your friends text you when you're trying to live stream? It's like people were saying that they put a chip in the COVID vaccine to track you, and everyone was like, quote, there's already one tracking you in your phone, dumb, end quote. Like, yeah, I would be like, there's no fucking phone. no fucking chip tracking me for, for COVID vaccines, what have you, or like in the fucking phone trying to track me and everyone's sane, like you at home. The real dum-dums are the ones sitting over that TV at your house, if you have your parents at home, watching Fox News, or CBS, or MSNBC, soon to be MS Now, or, what's it called? CNN, or OAN, or fucking Fox News, or Fox Business, or CNBC, or maybe some local news channels. I got my son at a meeting, great show again today. Love you. I'll touch you on Discord. Love you, chatting. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for being here, Annie. I might wrap up soon. Luckily, my parents were never able to be exposed to Fox News. Oh, good. Oh, good. That's a great thing. Thank you for moderating, Annie. Good luck with that meeting. Yeah, the only the Democratic Party has like the popularity with the electorate challenging their hatred, probably like the Republican Party. That is the problem. Comes in with that anything given the context, they might have been able to hook or crook to undermine your campaign, like their fucking games and the endorsements on income is done by a candidate. That's more like being a dumb nominee, cause you didn't have it. Take care of Columbia and chat myself. Yeah, take care. Thanks for moderating. Okay. And cause UK didn't have it. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. That's actually smart for the UK not to have Fox News. Because I think the UK knows Fox News is a bunch of jackasses filled with fucking blonde women on the screens lying all the time to the fucking old grandpas and grandmothers who actually watch that shit. The Democratic Party actively obstructs any possible alternative vision for the left, but then pretends they just the quote only option and quote naturally like they don't spend most of their I don't know, I can't finish the sentence but take a look at fucking Brian Tyler Cohen, I'm sorry. I flashed out for a second. Brian Tyler Cohen and David Beckman, for example. Seth. Because, like I said, I saw this. One more comment. That's how they manufacture the cause of the tyrants and quote-unquote non-Republican votes. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I agree with you. But I was about to say, get this. It's been a good stream. I'm kind of like a jellyfish. I don't get very many viewers when I'm streaming. Oh, actually, wow. That's a damn shame. Actually, when I get off the air, I'm sending people the pep talks. Because I'm about to go moderate over there soon. Think of it as, okay, the Strokes, but 2.0. They get less viewers, so I might send y'all there when I get off the air shortly. But I was gonna play a little bit more of this news clip. I keep streaming anyway. Oh, okay, yeah, I know you're on Twitch. But I was gonna play a few more seconds of this local news clip before I send you guys the pep talks, so I can put on my modding wrench. I do mod the pep talks DB now, even though I talk to myself an hour. Oh wow, yeah. What did they say? It's fucking weird to talk to yourself. quote unquote here. Yeah, so I was gonna play a little bit more of this local news coverage from 20 years ago. Thank you, Mozart. LT9K looks like Paul McCartney from the eyes. I kind of do. But anyway, what I was kind of saying was, I am shocked that Brian Tyler Cohen actually sent an email out yesterday on behalf of the Dems. And I want to read you it. I actually want to read you this. He did put this out on behalf of the fucking Dems, which is so stupid. If you're kind of ready for it, try to find it. Ryan Talcott, what the hell are you? Again, I'm not shocked. I'm not convinced. I mean, how the fuck would he do that? Like I said, I was really shocked when he did that. I don't know how the hell he did that. Trying to find this from yesterday. From Brian Tyler Cohen, out of all the people, in the world, here it is. Okay, yeah. This is it. Let me undarken this. This is what he said. I know you can't see it. Let me turn the camera. And this is what he said. Hi, it's Brian Tyler Cohen. As a political commentator, I deal with a lot of noise. Politics is full of spam. Loud headlines and talking points. Never has that been more apparent as it is now, with right-wingers whining about California's effort to put redistricting on the ballot this November. Just ask them if they support a national ban on gerrymandering. We do, they don't. But they don't care. They're just mad because Democrats aren't responding to the blatant paragraph in Texas. The other thing I come to learn, hold up, I went too fast. Okay, the other thing I come to learn is that, is that it's a very clear difference between people who talk and people who deliver. Gavin Newsom is stepping up for us in California. Now, hold the fuck on. I'm sorry, but he's absolutely wrong. Gavin Newsom ain't doing shit. He's absolutely doing nothing. Nothing. And his voice is beginning to sound like RFK Jr. Yeah, I had to turn the camera, Vicky. Of course, Brian Tyler Cohen complaining about his headlines is rich. I hate this clickbait on it, me too. Newsom is shit chatting on Twitter. Really? Oh, what's he saying? What's he saying on Twitter? But anyway, yeah, let me go back to this. Like, again, he's a goddamn liar, and he knows it. Gavin Newsom is on his career segment and said, yeah, he is. By putting the Election Rigging Response Act on the ballot this November, he is taking a massive risk to stop Republicans from trying to steal the next election for control of Congress. Justice posted mocking Trump's style. I meant, oh, okay. And trying to steal the next election for control of Congress. Brian Tyler Cohen was on Club Random with Bill Maher. Really? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, and this is going to be a very close and expensive election. We have to win. Quote unquote, we have to win. That's a goddamn lie. If we come up short, Republicans will feel empowered to draw the lines that we prepare, just like they're doing in Texas. So Governor Newsom needs our help, and that's why I'm asking, can you please make a contribution of $3 or whatever you can afford to Gavin Newsom ballot measure committee to help pass the Election Rigging Response Act this November. He cannot do this alone. If you store your money with Act Blue, we'll process your contract. What? Republicans going to pull out all the stuff they defeat us. We can't let them. Brian Tyler host No Live with Brian Tyler Cohen. What? Hold on. I knew he was a sellout. If you store your info with Act Blue, we'll process your contribution instantly. Are you serious? So now he's a fucking sellout. So he sends this. This is what I wanted to show y'all. I was telling y'all this in the chat yesterday at Let's Mafia. I was trying to get y'all to fucking if you understand. Let me get the link. There we go. Okay, got the link. But I really am fucked with this point. But yeah, what do you think? Is Brian Tyler Cohen a sellout just for sending that one email on behalf of fucking Dems and Gavin Newsom? Or do you think he's just trying to like say, you know, I'm going to kiss Netanyahu's ass. And I'm going to continue to send out these emails and asking the fucking grandpas and grandmas who love to support the Democrats and Gavin Newsom in California to, you know, pay up their money so we can let all our supporters know we tricked them and we lied to them and we're not going to do shit. Let me know, real quick. Let me know before I even decide to go back to this local news coverage or send y'all to pet talks. You could say, without too much exaggeration, we're basically a simple war, but already we just had one world's quote-unquote side of the former state powers and already didn't. I could say that. How did Brian Tyler get your email? Well, good question. It's like one of those, you know, annoying emails from the Democrats. And fucking... You know how you get those annoying emails from the fucking Republicans and the Democrats? Like, they ask you to fucking donate to their fucking super PACs? Yeah, I only get those for fun, so I can, like, you know, say, why the fuck are these people doing this? Why are they asking their supporters for money? It's like, you know, they do this like either 12 a day or 100 times a day. They do this. But, I mean, what can you do? I mean, you can always get yourself off the email list. Newsom's opinion to Trump's style of tweets, including things that cats. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Wow. Oh my God. I thought Trump was the only one to say, thank you for your attention to this matter. But Canadian here, never had one of those emails. Okay. Yeah, I've been to Canada. I just went to Canada this summer. Damn, we should have been on. But damn, Vicky, I always thought Trump was the one to say, "Thank you for your attention to this matter." That's what I thought. To now it's expanding to Governor Gavin Newsom. I was getting begging letters from Pelosi, and when I said stop those emails, they asked for a reason. I replied, because I live in UK and it'd be illegal to donate plus GDPR data laws in UK. I mean, you shouldn't have my email on file. Oh wait, is that like a real law? Is the GDPR law real? Is that a real law? I didn't know there. I didn't know there was a GDPR law in the UK. That's really smart. I know I was joking. I tried for it. That's what she said. That's what Trump said in response to your comment. I did it in. Oh, wait, never mind. How old am I? I am almost 30 years old. Good, thank you for the question, Bob. So, yeah, my 30th birthday is coming up soon. I think in about a few weeks from actually a few weeks from Monday. Actually, about 3 or 2 weeks away from Monday. Yes, it's out of production and overall you. Okay. That's actually pretty smart on the U's part, to protect you from those spam emails. Like money hungry politicians. I hate the old artifact fingers always hitting the enter key by mistake. Oh. In UK and EU, they can't illegally just sell on your email addresses per EG. Oh wow. Oh. Damn. That is so cool. That is such a cool law. That's you know what? That's actually smart. That's actually smart too. That is way beyond smart. That is a personal protection from spam emails from money-hungry politicians, from the one I just read you. Goddamn, over here in America, we're just trying to imagine what having a government that even tries to pass amendment presidential laws is like. I mean, yeah, you can imagine thinking what kind of fucking country we're going through with all these idiots in Washington, D.C. trying to pass these fake-ass bills that they think would solve the problem, but it's not. Okay, so unless if I see any more comments, what's happening? Okay, I started 2 hours ago. I might go on for about 2 more minutes, actually. 2 more minutes, play this local news clip for 2 more minutes, and then I'll send you all the pep talks. Yeah, just think of it as the serves, the 2.0. As well as possibly a prison time. Oh, like how many years in prison? Like, say, 10, 20, or 30, depending on how the server breach was. Oh, okay. I thought you get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or forever in jail. Or maybe the death sentence, which is really absolutely stupid. If we're selling on emails, you probably just get fined. Oh. like you find like 1,000 pounds or something. That's my thinking. Yeah, but I might go on for another 2 minutes. Let me play this news clip for 2 more minutes. Then what I'm going to do is send you both, actually send you all to Pep Talks TV. Because they need the viewers. They really do, and I'm modding there. So let me see. Basically says, but they try to stick in quote. I give permission to pass on the email, end quote. Things sometimes are just allowed if it's clear. We have to opt into things, not opt out. Some of those fines may be like 1,000 pounds, but it could be that per email. I per reach. I was right about the $1,000 per email. Somewhat right. Okay. Come on, you are American. You should be using a weird unit to measure time in prison. Something like I sent you to 5 Super Bowls in prison. I am an American, of course. You're right about that, Pepper Spray. But 5 Super Bowls in prison. Oh my God, that's too funny. Fucking bunker cat. Getting mad over consciousness. Who the fuck is a consciousness advocate? Like, seriously, over a fucking consciousness? Like you just asked, who the fuck is a consciousness advocate? Me? I don't know. I don't know who the fuck Bunker Cat is. So I sold 100 email addresses if it would be 100 lots of $1,000 fine. But it's less blunt. But it's less blunt over those interests overall in this one way at least. And it could be in this elsewhere, otherwise be. Okay. It's just the crumbs from the pasta factory. Oh, okay. Oh, you make me hungry now. Kind of like how the national health care and various parts of the world imperfect and under constant accomplice and assault and still better than the absolute chaos of fucking Mad Max movie that is here in the U.S. So he's absolutely right about that. He's absolutely 100% correct. In my opinion, the healthcare in this country is total hell. It's total hell. I see some more comments. Oh, I'm getting a lot of comments. I guess the U.S. was lucky 20 years ago, and that Katrina ended with lots of cars leaving on the highway. From what I saw tonight, anyway. Oh yeah. U.S. was very lucky. I think I was just about to show you another segment. But I'm not showing you David Vitter, Republican asshole, because David Vitter was an asshole.
They laughed at me when I first started doing this.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm not showing you David Vitter because he's such an asshole. Thankfully, he's not in office. I'm not insulting concussions, calling that positive is possible. Like, hey, we're ruthlessly exploiting those Europeans, more of a right to the government. I don't want to show you fucking former Senator David Vitter. I do not want to show you that because he's such an asshole. Only ones I had national interest is when my Iranian colleague made it. Step room shops is why it's too dry. Okay. Excuse me. So let me give you one more moment. Let me give you one more clue. Dry also pronounce it couscous. Thank you. Okay. No wonder I'm being stupid. No, the couscous is too dry, like the grains of undercooked rice in the mouth. Goose sound, couscous. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Couscous. Okay. So I might give you one more example of this coverage. I'm actually going to show you what people were going into the Superdome, and then I'm going to call it and send y'all the pep talks. Give me one moment.
Now the lines have pretty much gone down to zero right now, but within the last hour, still several hundred people lined up trying to get inside the Superdome. We were told by some people waiting in line they've been sitting there for over 4 hours trying to get inside. There is security procedures for people to make sure that no one goes in with contraband or any kind of weapon, so they are screening people as they went through. And it was kind of interesting because we heard the National Guard soldiers, the troops, walk up.
Maybe I'm mixing up my Christmas maybe with something else.
They were bringing the women and children inside the
Yeah, so this is when this is the National Guard when they were not invading. Yeah, so this is the National Guard when they were not under fucking orders to invade cities just because of fucking crime. This is 20 years ago, mind you.
Inside as soon as possible. Estimates show that there's about 50,000 people inside the Superdome right now. Now, earlier today, they had said there was not enough supplies for evacuees, from what I understand, but the National Guard came in and brought in food and water for the people at the Superdome. So there are now over 360,000 MREs for people inside the shelter.
So people weren't bringing the things that they asked them to bring?
Well, I think people were bringing what they could, but the Superdome and the director of health felt more comfortable if maybe there was actually some supplies there for people to eat and drink. And so the National Guard came in, brought bottled water, brought these meals ready to eat for people over 300,000.
Meals that people you've heard
exactly. So over 300,000 for them. They feel like that's enough to keep them at least settled for the next couple of days.
Sure.
They definitely say will not be comfortable. They are expecting to lose power and to lose running water, but it's still, they say, better than nothing considering the circumstances.
Now, you said the security checkpoints, they're looking for contraband, drugs, alcohol, and weapons. You see any of that?
I didn't see any of that personally. They had this box at the front of the Superdome where people can drop
I hope they didn't get arrested
anonymously in case they're carrying something they shouldn't be carrying. And we saw people indeed using the box. I couldn't tell exactly what they were dropping inside, but probably wasn't allowed in the Superdome. And the security there is pretty tight. The National Guard is screening people with metal detectors, trying to make sure that things remain peaceful inside the
before
Superdome.
they decided to take orders from the fucking...
We did talk to some people. A lot of people were a little frustrated, of course.
79-year-old asshole.
Others were not. Said it's expected.
Decided to have them go invade other fucking cities just for quote-unquote crime and
they didn't have a way to get out of town. They know it's the shelter of last resort, but for them it was pretty much their first choice. And so we have on tape actually an interview I had with this one woman who is originally from Houston, now lives in Gretna, I believe, and she was considering staying at home, but her mother called and saw the news in Houston and Texas and kind of pushed her to move to the Superdome, and so that's what she's in. We can hear from her right now, hopefully. How long have you been waiting out here?
Does your plant have the fungal thing on the leaves? No. This is actually a fake plant. This is actually a fake plant. If you're just wondering. Yeah, this is just one woman Brother said that she used to live in Houston, but said that back then she lived in the suburbs. But I don't know if this woman's still alive. Nobody knows that this woman's still alive. She might be old. Oh my god, my Billy's got to fuck away. But anyway, nobody knows. She might be old. I'm sorry if I've offended you again, reference, right? I'm so good with houseplants that I'd probably be able to get a fake mat. I wouldn't be able to do that too. Welcome back, Lucy. I'm going to show you these one more few moments. I'm actually showing you how these people who stayed went into the Superdome. And everybody knows the rest is history because they it smelled like shit. And people actually people I heard it smelled like shit in the Superdome. And it was really sad that people were starving and were hungry. And right after they got out, they were waiting to get on the bus to Houston to go to another shelter of last resort, which was the Astrodome. That was in Houston. But you know it, George W. Bush didn't give a fuck. So he said, give these poor people FEMA trailers so I can go to my ranch and relax there. I need a couple of days off. I've been working too hard.
I've been out here for 3 hours.
Are you serious? 3 hours?
3 hours, and we're soaking wet.
What do you think about this?
It's horrible.
Why do you say that?
Because all these families in need, and then here we out here waiting all this time, getting soaking wet. It's bad.
Why did?
Yeah, so she was out there that night, and like she said, it was horrible, and it was soaking wet for these poor people to get in their Superdome. Which these people that really should have done was get the fuck out of here. Was get out of town and evacuate. And that really and had they evacuated, that whole thing in the Superdome, and with the levees topping, would have never happened, but it happened.
You decide to come out here?
Because we had no other way. I was in a car accident. My car is ruined, so this is the only best way I can get to a shelter. My house was too deep in waterways. That's why.
Welcome back. Mike Austin, Dennis Woltering, 9:45 on this Sunday as we await the arrival of Hurricane Katrina here in our...
Yeah, so was an example of the people that went into the Superdome. Most of the people who went back to Houston never came back. Yeah. Actually, that's a true story, Bobby. That is a real true story. That most of the people that went to Houston actually never came back. And this is why houses that are still damaged by Katrina are never fixed, and they never came back. And that's why that theme park out in the Northeast is still damaged. But they're actually doing construction on a new thing on that site. The old Six Flags that used to be there. So they're getting rid of that and doing something else. And it sat there for all empty for like maybe almost for like 18 or 19 years. And it was filled with fucking graffiti and glass broken and vandalism, looting, anything you name it. But it was also a filming location. But yeah, that was an example of people getting into the Superdome. And Bobby just made a great point. LT9K receiving notification about Hitler parodies. Oh shit. Yeah, there were parodies. I only watch them for fun. You know? Just see how fucking horrible Hitler is. Reverend, so let me understand this. There's this channel called Hitler Parodies. You know, so because they actually do a good job where like they make fun of Trump and make fun of Hitler at the same goddamn time. I really like that. Didn't they film a party or something like that? Of course they did. A lot of people died in their attics. The water rose up 20 feet in less than an hour. Yes, Bobby, you are absolutely correct. Bobby, you are absolutely correct. Not only that, the people that got out of the Superdome were waiting for buses. That they sat on that fucking interstate. Were waiting and waiting and waiting for buses to take them to Houston. And it was hot as hell. And the poor children, poor moms and dads, poor people that were in the Superdome, they were hungry as hell. They had limited to no food. It's just what I'm saying. Never mind, I said bullshit. It's brown people. Real shit he ever spoke. That is kind of true. Is that before he became a full-time Nazi sold to Trump? It was when Bush did nothing for like a week after Katrina. Yeah. You're right. As I said, George W. Bush didn't give a fuck about the people that were dying and needing food. Yep, the expressway. Not only the expressway, but the interstate. Why did it take nearly a week for the Federal Emergency Management, aka FEMA, to mobilize private buses to evacuate thousands of city residents desperately seeking rescue from the horrific conditions in the Superdome Convention Center and the open tarmac of Interstate 10? Clues to a mystery that will come in the form of an audit into FEMA contract for hurricane evacuation services awarded in 2002 to the Federal Aviation Administration. The initial report on the audit, which was quietly opened last October by the DOT's Office of Inspector General, is nearing completion and will be released to the public soon. The DOT Official Code Reconstruction Watch. Ooh! Holy shit! Damn, we gotta stay tuned for that. But to answer your question, holy hell, that's hard. That is real hard. It's out now. Why didn't the buses come back? By Tim Short. Oh well. I got to look that up. Thank you so much, baby. But yeah, it really took them 2 weeks after the floodwaters and after everything. It's so sad. And like I said, the children, the women, and the men, everybody in that Superdome was dying. They needed food. They needed water. It was all said in fucking news interviews. Like these poor people that were staying in that hot sun on the Interstate 10. Now, if I was there, I would be starving and thirsty. Originally published in 2006, reposted where I found after a search in 2012. Oh, sorry, reposted in 2021, not 20. Oh, okay. He actually said Bush has black people, but I don't agree with that. There's a skin color that is black. but yeah, we use some tyrants words will always love and tyrant. Oh yeah. That to believe that's because before Kanye, aka decided to become full Nazi and thumbs up Trump. It took 3 days for the Coast Guard to get there to save people off the roofs. Exactly. 3 days after the levees topped and broke. I think it's a bit confusing. That's something. It's a thing. It might be a weather kind of thing. Come on. Okay. Okay, I see. Well, anyway, that's the local news clip I show you. I'm gonna turn this down, and let me go back and go get that link for you to go to Pet Talks. And if y'all have any more comments before I send you there, please drop them right now. Right before I send y'all to Pet Talks, because I'm nearing 3 hours. Anybody else? Or forever hold your peace? Oh, you leaving me? Hold up. I gotta throw the link. We'll see. Hold on. Okay. So if you are leaving me, let me throw this link to you. Pep Talks. Hold up, Lucy. I'm gonna throw this in. I'm gonna throw this in. I'm gonna pin it, and I'm gonna pin the message. All right. So there we go. If you want to go ahead and go to Pep Talks, click that link. Unless I can put it again. Here we go. Pep Talks is right here. So I'm gonna go live there, and I'll be in the chat. Yeah, so I just put it again. If you like to go over there right now, do yourselves a favor, go ahead and click there, and I will see you just a few minutes. You refuse? What? Oh, come on, Soul. That's the only live I got. I mean, think of it as the fucking service. Come on, dude. I mean, it's all I got. It's that or nothing. Oh, Pep Talks is like, it's like another one of those progressive channels that I found. If you understand what I'm saying, Slow Life. Think of it as fucking Hassan or what's the other guy? Fucking GNN or something. But a little bit picture. A little bit of light hearing. I mean, why don't you give it a try real quick? Yeah, I mod with Pink. I mod with Pink now. Yeah, you can do. Yeah, my left eye is a UK lucky channel. I don't know if I can mod you, link you there too. But let me do this one more time before I can actually also put in my left eye. Let me do that too. My left eye. Okay, let's see if they're live. Yes, they are live. I don't actually want to click their live, so that will fuck me up. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Yeah, you could check him out. Oh, Jed, I'm so sorry. I will have this public so you can watch it again. Hey, no worries, okay? So, listen, there's next week. There is next week. So no need to worry. You can watch this again when I change the setting from private to public. You can watch this whole entire stream again. And then you can join me next week. Oh, here's the problem. So, here's the problem. Because I'm streaming on an iPad. The problem is, once I click end stream, it like cuts the chat off and puts this as private. And then I have to go through the whole entire change and change it to public. If you understand what I'm saying now. And I have to do the same thing when I end this stream. And it's just fucking terrible. I mean, I wish they would just let me put my streams on public. Yeah, I mean, it's so stupid. And I really fucking hate that. The private thing and stream thing is so fucking stupid. It's just like, when the Vanguard puts the stream on a fucking paywall, it like ejects the non-members out and lets the members in, and the mods and the members in. Same thing with the serfs. But I don't fucking get why I have to eject my audience out when I tap end stream on my iPad. I mean, it's just fucking stupid. Pick the letter hack route, I promise you. Actually, let me make you a line real quick. Hold on. Hold up. You have been granted power. And I'm going to tell you I'm not going the letter hack route. Sure as hell, I'm not going to go crazy as hell like the letter hacker's got a million mods. He's like not streaming on Mondays anymore for a time being. Don't when he's gonna know when he's gonna come back for the Monday show. I know he's got this space, which you can check out Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Because I know Soul Life likes Carlos and the Typical Truth, which is on this space on Tuesdays. Myra, love that word. It is so underused these days. Yeah. Bozy is actually right. Actually, I'm about to tell you that right now. So let me do this one more time. If you want to go to my left eye, sound you, and if you want to go to Pep Talks, click that link on the pin message. Some of you want to go to my left eye. Click on this link. And I'm about to throw in right now. Otherwise, I can share that my pep talk thing one more time. Okay, that's for you. And I'll give you this one more time. Unless if you don't click on the tab. Pep Talks. Yeah, those are your streams. But if you want to go ahead, if you want to do my left eye, click there. If you want to do Pep Talks TV and you want to join me over there, click over there. Or you can click that pin message. And I'll see y'all next week on Fridays with LT9K. It's the same time in the same place. Before I go, I must give y'all something. Pep Talks does stream on Fridays. Pep Talks does stream on Fridays. So does my left eye. You better be thankful that I gave y'all something. Not just sitting on your asses being bored. Okay, all right. Again, click those links. Click your choice. It's either my left eye or Pep Talks for you. Now, I will see you all next Friday. What do I always say when we sign off from the chats? Stay woke, stay gay, and peace on. I will see you in the chats, especially where I am going to be over modding Pep Talks TV. So, I'll see you back here next week, and I'll see you also in the chats. Bye, everyone.